and good afternoon to you. Welcome to Pana High School, the site of the IESA Class 3A 8th grade state finals, and the first of four contests coming to you on this quarterfinal Friday night. The 24-1 Manteno Panthers and the Beecher Bobcats at 14-9 in today's first quarterfinal. Alongside Thomas Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is live coverage from the IESA State Finals on Central Illinois Sports, where you can watch all of the games of this year's IESA 8th grade volleyball tournament from all four sites, from Kankakee to Auburn, Pana to Morton. All the action is live for you with your IESA membership, and then also available on demand as well. Tell a friend where they can watch the game. Manteno is finishing up their warm-ups. Beecher will take the court for their 6 minutes, and then we'll get set for action. We'll talk about these two teams, how they arrived at this point, and who else is participating in this 8th grade Class 3A state finals after this time out on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now that the new year is upon us, it's time to focus on the important things, like Wi-Fi, strong connections, and high speed. This is the perfect time to tell you to call Cascom today. We specialize in all of those important needs. With our high-speed fiber optic service, we make your life easier. Whether that's online streaming, gaming, or just wanting good local TV channels, we have it all. So give us a call today at 1-800-252-1799.
The halftime show is sponsored by your friends at Little Jess Motor Company. If you've been waiting to get the best deal on a new Ram truck, well, your wait is over. During Ram Truck Month event at Little Jess, we're taking an unheard of 25% off all our last remaining 23 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn Eco Diesels. You heard me right, 25% off. Now you can save over $14,000 off our last two new Ram Eco Diesels. Get 28 mile per gallon highway and get one for as low as $42,570. Hurry in, Little Jess, serving Tri-States for 7 decades.
Welcome back to Pana High School. Manteno and Beecher in this Class 3A quarterfinal. Other contests going on from this site this evening will include Peru Parkside and Staunton at 5:45, 7 o'clock Teutopolis and Eureka, and in the nightcap at 8:15, Illini Bluffs and Williamsville. Both of these teams making it to the state tournament here in their 8th grade year. Manteno is 24-1 on the season. Their only loss on the year was to Frankfort Hickory Creek, who we saw win the 7th grade 4A state championship last week. In postseason action, they beat Anargo Iroquois West 25-7 and 25-10 in fairly dominating fashion for this Panthers squad. Then they played a second game in the regional, defeating Watseka 25-21 and then 25-3 in the second set, and finally rounded it out with the regional championship 25-18, 25-19. Then won their sectional game as well and arrive here at the state finals again with an impressive record of 24-1 on the season. And this team, just want to get you accurately, there you go. The sectional game was a pretty dominant win for the squad as well. 25-12, 25-9 over Paxton Buckley Loda to arrive here in the Elite 8. Their opponent today is the Beecher Bobcats. The Bobcats 14-9 of the season. In postseason action, they've defeated Dalton Lincoln 25-3, 25-6. Then they beat Lansing Heritage in 3 sets, 14-25, 25-8, 25-10. And then defeated Calumet City Wentworth 25-4, 20-25, 25-11 to win the regional. Their sectional win was over against Lyle earlier this week, 25-20. 25-22 to arrive here in the state quarterfinals. Beecher out of the court warming up. Manteno is off to the side now with their final warm-ups. We'll meet all of the players for both of the teams prior to action in this and every game this evening. And we're really looking forward to some fun action. We did the 7th grade tournaments last week. A lot of high-quality volleyball, and we'll see the same this weekend now as the 8th graders get a chance to compete for a state championship. Great Rivers Bank is our pregame sponsor. We'll step aside to hear from some of the folks who are helping to bring this game to you this afternoon on Central Illinois Sports.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Just about ready to meet the participants in this afternoon's contest, Manteno and Beecher, the Panthers and the Bobcats. It should be a good opening matchup of this Class 3A 8th grade state tournament. Also have action again for you from Kankakee Bishop McNamara High School in 1A. 2A action from Auburn High School, and 4A action is taking place at Morton Junior High. So lots of action throughout the central part of the state, and then a little farther north for our friends in Kankakee. And certainly glad you've joined us this afternoon on Central Illinois Sports for volleyball action. The Vandalia Junior High Band is alongside to entertain the fans here in the gymnasium. Good to see them. And both teams have come to their respective benches for a little pep talk. The coach is talking to them right now, saying, listen, this is the state tournament. This is a big deal, but don't make it too big of a deal and psych yourself up too much. We talked a lot last week about the teams that can settle in nerve-wise first usually have the early advantage, and obviously there's a lot of talent in all of the programs that make it here to the state finals, but some of that doesn't necessarily have to be athletic talent. Some of it's that mental talent as well, and toughness, and those teams usually prevail. Single elimination here on Friday night. Teams will come back tomorrow and play the semifinals at 11 a.m. 12:15. Then the third and fourth place game in the early afternoon around 2 o'clock. Championship around 3:15 tomorrow afternoon. Waiting here in the gymnasium just to make sure that they are going to have the national anthem before this first contest. And if and when they do, we'll have the United States Army Band and Choir here on Central Illinois Sports to perform the national anthem. Manteno will be in the purple uniforms, the white numbers, and black accents, as the Bobcats are in the black uniforms, orange numbers, and white trim here this afternoon. Both teams were here early. We saw a little duck, duck, goose from the Beecher side. I believe we had some freeze tag or a similar sport on the Manteno side, so both teams trying to keep it loose here, even though they're playing in a state Final 8. Still knowing it still is just a game, and it is definitely important to have fun. They are going to have the national anthem here. When we come back, we'll have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups, and we'll meet all of the participants for both teams. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Great job by the Vandalia Junior High Band with the national anthem here in the gymnasium. And we're just about ready for action here from Pana High School in 3A action. Hey, we've got the kids and we've got the games. All we need is you. The schools of the Illinois Elementary School Association are looking for someone like you to become licensed as an official, a referee, a starter, or an umpire. We need sports-minded women and men to get into the action. It's easy to become licensed as an athletic official. Please take the time to find out how by calling the Illinois High School Association Officials Department at 309-663-6377. And we thank our 4-member officiating crew who will work the games this evening. We'll see some different folks tomorrow as well. They'll work throughout the day, sacrificing some of their time to accurately officiate the contest for all of the teams, and we certainly do appreciate their contributions to the IESA State Finals. One of the things I like about the IESA State Finals is they introduce all of the participants for these teams, the starters and the non-starters. We'll meet the non-starters first of all for the Beecher Bobcats. Again, the Bobcats are 14-9 of the season. Their coaches are Jessica Schroeder, Carly Peckus, and Jada Schroeder. Non-starters, number 3, Olive Schultz. Number 5, Carmela Irwin. Number 6, unless she's playing the libero, then she wears the number 1. That's Nina Wilhelm. Number 7 will be Emma Anderson. She's an outside hitter. Also, we'll see Anahi Lagunas. She's an 8th grader, will wear number 11, and is an outside hitter for this team. Also, Sydney Ketman. She is a center and is the only 7th grader on the roster for this squad from Beecher. Pretty dominantly 8th grade squad for this Beecher Bobcat team. And we are excited to see them in action here today. Starters for the Beecher Bobcats will be number 2, Ashley Lorenzetti. She's the libero. She's an 8th grader. Lorenzetti wears the number 2. Also an 8th grader, number 4, we'll see McKenna Albert. A middle hitter is an 8th grader. Number 8, Madison Smith. An outside hitter, number 9, Maddie Grooms. A setter, she wears the number 10, that's Grace Weist. Gianna Bonomo will be a middle hitter. She wears the number 12, and a middle hitter is number 15, Allie Johnson, also an 8th grader for this Beecher Bobcat team, again, who enters with a record of 14-9 on the year. Bobcats played some exciting games in the postseason and have arrived here at the state tournament on a nice winning streak. Played a tough schedule, obviously, throughout the year. That's why you see them with a few more losses. But that's what prepares you for this type of atmosphere. Not to say that Manteno didn't play a good schedule at all. They're 24-1, and they are the real deal as well. The Manteno Panthers are 24-1. Their coaches are Lauren Minoy, Eric Armstrong, Laura Zanani, and Christy Retke. Their non-starters will be number 1. She's an 8th grader. That's Kaylee Wilson. Number 2, that's Emily Young. She's also an 8th grader. Number 4, Abby Tamblin. She's an outside hitter and an 8th grader. Number 8, Litzy Campos Avilla. She is an 8th grader. And we also have Emma Darico. She is a 7th grader for this team. Also, we have McKenna Majerski, number 12, a 7th grader. Hayden Pitak. She is a setter, and she is an 8th grader, wears the number 13. And then, finally, number 16, Savannah Watkins, who's an 8th grader middle hitter. And now the starters for the Manteno Panthers. He'll start at the setter position. She's an 8th grader. Number 3, Adeline Tepper. At a setter position, she's an 8th grader. Number 5, Nora Donnelly. The libero will be Maddie Wheeland. She'll wear number 23. Also, Amelia Cabello is a middle hitter for this team. Wears number 7. McKenna Laskowski, number 9, an outside hitter. Kendall Blanchette, an outside hitter. And Jocelyn Dole wears the number 14 for this squad from Manteno. They're finishing up the starting lineups here in the gymnasium, and brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs, nobody has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. The home of the Pana Panthers is the host site for this 3A volleyball tournament. Pana, a long-time, traditionally strong athletic program. Beautiful facility here. Lots of room for the fans to spread out and be able to see the game. And we're really looking forward to today's matchup. The referees look to be ready to go. The teams look to be ready to go. They'll meet at the net here in just a moment for pre-game high fives. And then we'll get underway here. This is the first, again, of 4 quarterfinal games this evening. Manteno 24-1. We actually have 2 teams at 24-1. Staunton also with that record. And 1 team, Illini Bluffs, who's 21-0 in this tournament. So lots and lots of good records here in the state finals. Manteno in the purple uniforms on the left side of your device, and Beecher on the right side in the black uniforms with the orange trim. The officials making sure everybody is where they said they are supposed to be here prior to action. Fans getting settled in here. Referee has confirmed that Beecher's lineup is correct. Now he's checking on Manteno. And once that is confirmed, we'll be ready to go. And they are, as we'll see Maddie Whelan check in as the libero for Manteno. Referee gets the volleyball. And our first serve of the afternoon will be for Beecher. That's Grace Huist. We are underway here from Pana. Served across the net, put across and blocked right back down. Donnelly now does send it across the net. Beecher recovers, but out of bounds. Over the net, but out of bounds off the hands of Johnson, and Manteno takes the early 1-0 advantage. You can tell there's, on both sides, trying to get settled in here in the early going, as Kendall Blanchette will be back to serve. Serves from the left side of the back with us, the right-hander. Good serve across. Taken by the libero in the back line. Now Weiss sets it across. Taken by the Panthers on this side. Set up for the big hitter in Dole. Dole sends it across. Kept alive by Beecher. On the big swing this time is Bonomo. Sent right back on the free ball here to the Beecher side. Ball set up again on the outside. From the middle this time and inbounds. Nice play on the hit by McKenna Albert. And the game is tied at 1 point apiece. A fairly long volley there. Both teams again trying to just get in the flow of things. Beecher will be on the serve here. 1-all the score as Carmela Irwin has checked in to serve for the Bobcats. Such a game of momentum is this volleyball action, especially here at the state tournament. As Irwin puts this one across, taken by the libero Whelan. Set high on the outside of the left for Laskowski, and she gets the first kill of the afternoon. Big swing on that one by McKenna Laskowski. And Manteno has the 2-1 lead. Into the lineup is Amelia Cabello, And back to serve for Manteno is Jocelyn Dole. Dole will serve from the middle. Puts her hand into this one, and she'll get the first ace. As Lorenzotti couldn't handle that one. Pretty good power on the serve this time from the Manteno side of things, and the Panthers have the 3-1 advantage. 3-1 Manteno here in set number 1. As Dole is back to serve again. Jocelyn Dole, the right-hander. Another good serve. Lorenzotti gets it to the net, out onto the side of the Panthers. Set up here on the right side, hit across by Tepper. Diving play in the back line, keeps it alive, and that effort will result in a point for Beecher. Really nice play by the libero that time in Lorenzati with the dig. Bobcats send it across and get their second point, 3-2 the score. As we see Bonomo back to serve, and she'll have a service error here into the net, and it's a 4-2 score. Bonomo will be right back out and right back in as Lorenzati at the libero spot. As Adeline Tepper will be back to serve. Tepper is an 8th grader, the setter for this team. How important is having a good setter? Well, it can win you a lot of matches. Here's the ball set up on the outside. Another big swing on the kill by McKenna Liskowski. Her second of the day, and the Panthers with the 5-2 lead. Pretty good leaping ability there by Liskowski. Really gets some power on that one and gives her team the lead. A Tepper is back to serve once again for Manteno. Serve is across, and it's another ace. As the Panthers have the early momentum. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll win the set, but they appear to be the team that's settling in first in this quarterfinal. Tepper serve toward the back line. Hit up high at the net by Wiest. Sent across on a good spike here by the Bobcats. Now it's set up on the other side on the outside again. Liskowski. And again, not able to be handled by Beecher to make it 7-2. Thomas, no reason if you're Manteno to go away from that. Really working well to Liskowski on that left side.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would continue to pound the point.
Here's a deep serve now, hit by the libero and Lorenzati. Set to the net for Lagunas. Hits it across. Again, set up now in the middle. Diving play by the Bobcats to keep it alive. Kind of a mishit ball played nicely by Liskowski. They'll set it right back to her on the outside. It was tipped, I believe, and it will be a point as that one was tipped by one of the Bobcats to make it 8-2. Manteno with the early lead. Timeout by Beecher. Back with you after this. Manteno with the early lead. Beecher takes the timeout to try to get settled down a bit here. And sometimes you're not necessarily talking strategy as much during those timeouts as you're talking just, hey, calm down. You've been here before. Everybody has played a game before. It's just another volleyball match. Tepper is back to serve for Manteno. And sometimes they're also trying to throw off the rhythm of the young person who's serving. It's a big hit on the outside. Allie Johnson gets a kill for Beecher. And the Bobcats come out of the timeout with the kill to make this an 8-3 score. Back to serve for Beecher. We'll see Nina Wilhelm trying to get on a little bit of a rhythm for her team now. Serves on the back right side. She spins the ball in her hands. Hits it across. Taken there by Whelan. Set at the net now on the right side. Guess what? They move Laskowski to the right side. They find her again. She gets another kill. They continue to feed the power of McKenna Liskowski. It continues to work here in set one for Manteno as they lead 9-3. As we'll see, Litzy Camposavilla in to serve for Manteno. As the crowd goes hushed here. Taken by Lorenzati, gets it to the net to the center and Wiest. Hit across here on a high ball now from Beecher. Ball set up and pushed across the net this time by Cabello. Not much behind that one. Now, again, a two-handed push by Lagunas, but it'll be good enough for the point for the Bobcats to make it 9-4. (9-4) the score. Manteno on top, Beecher on the serve as McKenna Albert is back to serve this one across. Albert with a good serve, taken by Whelan. Set up here by Tepper on the outside. Nice hit by Blanchette, but played well by the Bobcats. Right in the middle now. Good job placing that one right where she wanted it. Was Grooms that time. Check that, Smith. Madison Smith with the kill and pulls the Bobcats a bit closer. 9-5. Albert, patient here. It's not gotten the whistle from the official yet as they're checking something. The official on this side was kind of looking at the net, and the official on the outside was talking to the official up on the stand. So they get that conference over with, and the serve, a good one here by Albert. Hit on the outside by Blanchette, and into the net this time by Manteno's Tepper. And now Beecher starting to settle in, and it pulled within 3, 9-6. You see those momentum swings in the race to 25. Now this one is too far out of bounds. And the second service error of the day by the Bobcats. We'll give it back to Manteno to serve, and we'll see Maddie Whelan. Whelan is an 8th grader. One of the smaller young ladies in the tournament. But a good serve from her here. Sent across by the Bobcats. Set up to Tepper. She'll get it right in the middle this time. Big swing again by Dole, and I believe we'll say that one of the Bobcats made contact with the net is the call to make it 11-6. As we'll see Whelan back to serve again. Another good serve. Warren Zeddy. Gets it to the middle to Wiest. Sent across here. Didn't get a jump that time, and it's out of bounds off the hands of Schultz. Make it 12-6. Whelan. Lorenzetti on the outside to Grooms. Set up here. Donnelly looking for one of the hitters. Now just pushed across the net this time by Dole. Lorenzetti on the outside to Grooms with a good swing on this one. Diving play by the Panthers. Set up on the outside on the left where Blanchette, and out of bounds, too far on the big swing that time, and it makes it 12-7. The score as Ashley Lorenzetti will serve for Beecher. She gets an ace. Lorenzetti with the ace as the Bobcats keep trying to claw their way back into this first set. Another good serve. Tepper sets it up on the outside, looking for Blanchette, and it's in for the kill. Kendall Blanchette, McKenna Lukowski, both with a couple of kills in this game. Nice job by the setters to get the ball their direction, and they know what to do with it to put it down there, as now Nora Donnelly is on to serve for Manteno. Here's a mishit ball, and that'll result in an ace for Donnelly. 14-8. Both benches for this team very active, both on the rotation and also on the pump-up action here. Lorenzetti from the back line, centers it to Wiest. Sent across on the big swing this time by Wilhelm. Sent back to the Beecher side. That's Wiest again. And this ball hit into the net by McKenna Albert, and that will result in a point for Manteno. And the Bobcats want their second time out here at set one. 15-8, the lead for Manteno, back on the other side of this break.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Beecher with their second timeout of set number one, trailing Manteno 15-8. Bobcats had cut it to a three-point game a couple of times. The Panthers have had a nice run of things here as Nora Donnelly is back again to serve for Manteno. Puts her right hand to this one. That one might have been going out of bounds, but was contacted by the Bobcats. Wiest will send it across with her back to the net. Taken there by Whelan. Set up on the outside, looking for Blanchette again. This time she kind of places it in the middle. Nice play by the Bobcat side. They'll send it across. Bonomo does. Ball set up the net by Donnelly. Looking for the middle hitter in Dole, and she gets the kill. Man, some of these serves have been on point by Nora Donnelly and Adeline Tepper today for Manteno, and they've set up the big hitters for success. Donnelly on the serve, free ball right back to the Manteno side. Look out here on the outside, Blanchette, blocked. Nice job by the Bobcats. She'll get another chance at it, Will Blanchette, and she'll get the kill. Nice job by Manteno to stick with it. Good block on the outside that time by the combination of Wiest and Grooms, but Manteno didn't panic. Donnelly on the serve. A little miscommunication there. A couple players run into one another, and here's a ball partially blocked that falls to the court on the Manteno side of the Bobcats. Will get their 9th point of this first set. As back to serve will be Grace Wiest. Wiest is an 8th grader for this squad. Sends it across on the serve. Taken here by Donnelly on the outside, looking for Tepper. Set towards the net. Wiest sets it high. Good swing on this one by Grooms, but played well by Manteno. Now this ball kind of awkwardly at the net. A block that time by Bonomo. Will put it right back down to the Manteno side of the court. Want to make it 17-10. 17-10 score, set number 1. Can we see the Bobcats go on a run here and get right back in this thing? Or will Manteno be able to finish it up? Here's a good hit by Tepper. Diving play by the Bobcats. Again, set up on the outside, this time for Blanchette. But blocked? No. They'll say it was not blocked here. They got a point for Manteno. On a serve, Kendall Blanchette. We've seen her with some big kills already for this Panther squad. Now back to serve. Orenzetti to Wiest, who pushes it across. Kind of caught the Panthers a little flat-footed there, but they recover as Blanchette sends it across. Again, Wiest on the set. She'll send it across again this time. Now Donnelly going to set it up on the outside. Right side, Tepper gets the kill. Tepper with the kill for the Panthers. They build that lead back out to 9. And that Blanchette again back to serve. Good serve, but too far. Well played ball that time by Beecher. Kind of was close enough to the line, kind of in that moment of indecision. Do we go for it? Do we not? They chose not to, which was the right call here. Both of these teams have had success in other sports this season that have resulted in state final appearances. So a lot of good young athletes for these two schools as Carmela Irwin is back to serve. Taken there by Whelan. Ball set up on the outside, looking for Laskowski. No, see, that's Tepper, and Tepper gets another kill. Tepper with the kill to make it 22. That's 20-11. And team of the lead, Jocelyn Dole on to serve for the second time today. And she gets, I believe it'll be an ace, and it will. Just kind of batted around there awkwardly. I think maybe even a kick in there partially. On the stick save, 21-11, Manteno. Dole puts her hand to this one and gets the ace. Placed perfectly that time, about 18 inches in front of the back line. Bobcats thought it was going to go long. That time they took the gamble and it did not pay off. Double-digit lead here for Manteno in set number 1. As we'll see Jocelyn Dole again to serve. Good power on this one. Orenzetti sends it right back across. Set up here. Donnelly on the outside. Another kill for McKenna Laskowski. Beecher can't take another timeout. They've already taken 2 in the set here, and so even though the momentum really has shifted back the way of Manteno, no way to kind of break that here. As Jocelyn Dole trying to finish this one off with a couple more points for her squad, and instead will have the first service error of the day for Manteno as this one goes into the net. Gianna Bonomo to serve for the Bobcats of Beecher. Quite the year in athletics for Beecher altogether there. High school boys basketball team was the last undefeated team in any class in the state of Illinois this year. And now we'll have an illegal lift there by Beecher. And now we're 1 point away from seeing this first set go the way of Manteno. Manteno on the serve. All set up here in the middle to Lagunas. Hits it too far. And the Manteno Panthers strike first. 25-12 here in set number 1. Both teams will confer and get ready for set number 2. We'll have that action for you after this.
The halftime show is sponsored by your friends at Little Jess Motor Company. If you've been waiting to get the best deal on a new Ram truck, well, your wait is over. During Ram Truck Month event at Little Jess, we're taking an unheard of 25% off all our last remaining 23 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn Eco Diesels. You heard me right, 25% off. Now you can save over $14,000 off our last 2 new Ram Eco Diesels. Get 28 mile per gallon highway and get one for as low as $42,570. Hurry in, Little Jess, serving Tri-States for 7 decades.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Manteno takes set number 1, 25-12 over Beecher. We're getting ready for set number 2 here in just a moment. We do want to remind you that the IESA is proud to announce that the official volleyball used in the Volleyball State Series has been manufactured by Macassa Sports. Macassa is making a major commitment to the schools of the IESA and the young people who represent them in State Series competition. Macassa is manufacturing the official ball used in all 8 IESA State Tournament Series from the very first competition of the regionals all the way through the state tournament. When kids from Illinois play their games, they make the outcome official with Macassa. Also want to remind you about the Sportsmanship Award and how you can nominate an individual player from your school. They'll be selected from the 15 regions of the Board of Directors. And the Sportsmanship Award for the schools. The school must be involved in at least 5 IESA sports and activities. The school must have no players, coaches, or fans ejected during the school year. The school's players, coaches, and fans must exemplify all-around good behavior. Schools will vote online in May to determine this year's winners. Just about ready to roll here in set number 2. Manteno took set number 1, and they'll have the serve here to start set 2 as Kendall Blanchette is back to serve. Blanchette on the free ball back the way of the Panthers. Set up here, Donnelly looking in the middle here. Ball kind of tapped across, played well by the Bobcats. Whelan now back to Donnelly. Big hit on the outside. It was partially blocked. And McKenna Laskowski picking up right where she left off for Manteno gets the first kill and the first point here in set 2 for the Panthers.
Sometimes you want to go around that block, and sometimes you want to go straight through it.
That time she went through it. As Blanchette is back to serve. Hit here by Schultz. Again, right across the net on the free ball, and Jocelyn Dole will put it right back down for the Panthers, who are off to another fast start. 2-0. Kendall Blanchette had a couple of kills in set one as well as some service points for her squad. On for her third serve of this set, and ball kind of batted around. Bobcats do get it across there. A little bit of a scramble drill, but send it back the other way. Ball hit by Tepper, taken there by Weiss. Now in the middle to Bonomo, and she'll get the kill. So by keeping that ball alive, it keeps the volley going and gives Beecher a chance to kind of regroup, and they did so well that time and had their first point of this contest as Sydney Ketman is back to serve for the Bobcats and serves this one into the net. So service error by Beecher makes it 3-1 Manteno. And the Panthers have Jocelyn Dole on to serve. Dole serve looks to be long, and it is. A little too much momentum behind that one. And makes it 3-2. So back-to-back service errors by these two teams. And in to serve for Beecher is Carmela Irwin. Irwin did a nice job serving in set number one. Trying to get in a little bit of a rhythm here for her Beecher squad. Gets a good serve here and gets the point on the ace. As you see some of the Beecher student section making their way back from the concession stand right in front of your camera. Don't want them to be malnourished during these matches, of course. Here's the ball on the outside. Laskowski with another big hit. Played well that time by Irwin. Sent across the net by Bonomo. Kept alive by the Panthers. Left to hit it across this time. And Cabello did just that. Now the ball batted back and forth to the net. And it results in a point for the Panthers of Manteno. 5-2, I believe, should be the score here, as they'll get that corrected on the scoreboard in the gymnasium. 5-2, Manteno has the lead. Lorenzotti sets it up here for Bonomo, and Bonomo gets the kill. It's a 5-3. Good serve by the Bobcats. Ball here to Cabello, and she'll get the big kill for Manteno. They're going to calling the score in the gym 5-4, so we will adjust on our end as well. Oh, I believe technically it should be 6-3. As Laskowski back to serve. She's just got some power in that right hand that not a lot of people possess, even on the serve. And now this one hit out of bounds, a little wide right that time from Beecher's Lagunas. And it's 6-4 Panthers. Laskowski serves it across. Bobcats will keep it alive, get it across the net. This one's set up kind of backwards this time for Donnelly. Lorenzotti to the net, pushed across here by Smith. Now it's set up in the middle, kind of a miss hit this time by Cabello. Bobcats, though, a little miscommunication, run into one another. That collision results in a point for Manteno. 7-4 score. Fans for some of the next games starting to get settled in here as well. This ball was tipped, the officials say, so that will be an ace for the Panthers. Extend the lead out to 8-4. Get the volleyball run down. We'll say we were at the 7th grade 4A a week ago at Normal Kingsley Junior High School. They had volleyballs kind of in waiting, so if the ball got away, they were right back at it, but not as much space here for this one to get away. Now here's a serve beyond the back line from Laskowski. Too much power that time to make it 8-5. As into the contest for the Bobcats is Nina Wilhelm. And for the Panthers, Emily Young has checked in to the rotation. Beecher will have Wilhelm back to serve as she'll run down the volleyball. Back near the, well, it's not really a back wall, it's more of a back tarp. It separates the two gymnasiums here at Pana. Kind of a unique setup. There's the ball set up on the outside, looking for Blanchette. Diving play by Lauren Zetti for the Bobcats. Set up on this side to the outside of Lagunas, and she'll get the kill. Anahi Lagunas with the big swing on that one. And makes it 8-6. Wilhelm on to serve. Serves this one just over the top of the net, perfectly placed there. Set up for Blanchette. Bobcats doing a little better job on some of those big hits now from Manteno. And what are they going to say here? They're going to say the young lady actually had her foot under the net when she made contact with it for Manteno. So that will result in a 9-6 score. And send Maddie Whelan back to serve for Manteno. Whelan serve. Renzetti had to go down to a knee to that one. Ball batted back and forth to the net. A block, you'll have to give credit that time to Blanchette, who gets the point for the Panthers squad. They lead 10-6. Again, if you're just joining us, Manteno took the first set 25-12. They're off to a good start here in set number 2 as well. Behind the serve of Maddie Whelan right now. Hit on the outside. Wiest will center it for her squad. That time Lagunas kind of mistimed her jump and hit it into the net. 11-6 the Manteno lead. Timeout taken by Beecher. Back with you after this.
Now that the new year is upon us, it's time to focus on the important things, like Wi-Fi, strong connections, and high speed. This is the perfect time to tell you to call Cascom today. We specialize in all of those important needs. With our high-speed fiber optic service, we make your life easier. Whether that's online streaming, gaming, or just wanting good local TV channels, we have it all. So give us a call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Strike your best deal on a new Ford Mach-E. Now at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, get a 2023 Ford Mach-E for just $563 per month. Offer for a limited time only at westtownford.com.
Out of the Beecher timeout, Manteno the 11-6 lead. And Maddie Whelan serving here for the Panthers. Good string of service points by Whelan. Gets her hand into this one, and again, the ball is kind of batted to keep it alive here by Beecher. We've seen that result in some pretty good success for them at times. Now they set it up for Blanchette, does Manteno. Set here and pushed across the net by Smith. Diving play by the Panthers. Blanchette again on the big swing. Free ball back across, put back down here by Dole. And the Panthers take the 12-6 lead. Manteno just a lot of versatile weapons up near the net so far. And they've gained a lot of points using those weapons. Here's Whelan, and she'll get the ace. As the ball hit the top of the net, Lagunas tried to handle it there, but it had changed enough of the spin on the ball that time. But it kind of went off the side of her hand, and she couldn't really get the ball up in the air. No lift to it there for a chance to get a pass to her teammates. Whelan again to serve. This one, another good set. Wiest sends it across. Whelan from the back line. Tepper will set it up on the right side for Donnelly. Played well by the Bobcats. Wiest sends it right back there. Whelan has to go across this time. Blanchette gets a kill. Kendall Blanchette, McKenna Laskowski, both have done an outstanding job, usually from that left side on the kills so far in this matchup. Whelan serve. Wiest hits it high. Laguna sends it across on a high ball here. Now right at the net, ball blocked. Bobcats keep it alive, push it across does Olive Schultz. Now set up in the middle and a kill for Dole. Back-to-back kills by Jocelyn Dole. And Kendall Blanchette to make it 15-6. Quite the run here for Maddie Wheeland. Lorenzetti, Wiest called off her teammate, hit across here by Lagunas, but they'll call that a double hit. That time, I believe, or maybe just a lift to make it 16-6. What I like about this game is even though Maddie Wheeland's not the tallest player on the court, she can still be an impact player. You know, basketball becomes a little harder later on, but she's not going to get an ace. Basketball becomes a little harder if you don't have that height, although quickness sometimes can make up for that. But Wheeland has really done a nice job serving here in set number 2. On quite the run, her team leads 17-6. Puts her hand into this one. Chased down near the back line, and another point for Manteno. They lead Beecher 18-6, and the Bobcats take their second timeout of set number 2. Manteno on a roll here, 18-6 over Beecher. Back after this timeout.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
Beecher takes the timeout, their second of set number 2. They trail 18-6. Maddie Wheeland to serve for Manteno. And has to make sure the officials are ready. And the official says, hang on a second, I'll give you the signal. And now she's ready to go. Wheeland, another good serve, taken by Lorenzetti. Hit across here by Wiest, played by the Panthers, but they'll say I don't exactly know what they just called there on Manteno. I don't know if they were out of rotation there, maybe. 18-7 the score. I didn't really see anybody make contact with the net.
Couldn't really tell there.
Kind of a strange one, but as it is, it gives the point to Beecher. They trail 18-7. And now trying to start this big comeback as McKenna Albert is back to serve. Albert serve a good one here. All skied high. Donnelly toward the net. Going to be pushed across here by Dole. Wiest looking for Wilhelm, but she'll hit it into the net. And it's 19-7 Manteno. Is off the bench for the Panthers. We'll see Abby Tamblin, number 4. They'll let that substitute in, and then they'll also see Hayden Pitak in for the first time. And Pitak will be back to serve. Only one defeat on the season for this Manteno Panthers squad, and you're seeing why. There's a lot of talent up and down the roster here. And Pitak serve, clips the top of the net, played by the Bobcats. On to the outside to Grooms, diving play in the back row. Set up here for Blanchette. Now Wiest sends it across, partially blocked here. Run down by Pitak. Sent across by the Panthers, Blanchette. Skied high, Wiest hits it for the Bobcats in the back row. Albert will send it into the net to make it 20-7. And we'll see for Manteno now, Savannah Watkins into the game. Nice job by the Panther coaching staff to make sure they have a good rotation of players in here for this state quarterfinal. Pitak is back to serve. Puts this one across. Played by Lorenzetti, but into the bleachers on the ace by Hayden Pitak. She's been sitting on the bench for this team most of the time, but making the most out of her rotation on the court right now. Had the big ace a moment ago and is back to serve again for Manteno. Another good serve. Skied high here, almost into the rafters. Weist will send it across for Beecher. All set here. Petak toward the net, and a little miscommunication that time as both Watkins and Tamblin were in the vicinity, but neither really knew what the other was going to do. And it makes it 21-8. Ooh, no. They called some sort of an infraction here on Beecher to make it 22-7. Thomas, did you see the signal there?
I didn't even see him give a signal that time.
I thought that was just, I guess somebody made contact with the net possibly was the call. Huh. Petek says, all right, I'll serve again here. Lorenzetti. Weist sets it up here. Ball blocked. Weist keeps it alive, trying to get it across as Henderson. Does, but it's out of bounds. 23-7. For the purple-clad Panthers. Manteno Junior High. Petak serves this one too far out of bounds. That will be the 8th point now for Beecher, even though we thought they had it just a moment ago. And we'll send Ashley Lorenzetti back to serve. Lorenzetti, the right-hander. All centered here. Petak looking on the outside. That's to Tamblin, who hits it across for the Panthers. Now the ball batted into the net by Weist. I believe the referee was signaling that was already out of bounds anyway. She hit kind of the side of the net. And now, match point for Manteno as Kendall Blanchett is on to serve. Blanchett with a right hand. Taken there by Albert. Weist sets it up on the outside, right toward the net and across. A little free ball action here, and they're going to have I thought a double hit for a moment. They'll say not so much. And now this ball hit across, and that match point will have to wait just a moment for Manteno. At that time, maybe Beecher got away with a double hit. They'll say it was blocked back, and that's why Weist was able to contact it twice in a row. Petak sets it up on the outside. Laskowski with the kill. And the win for Manteno. They take this match 25-12, 25-9, and place themselves into the state semifinals tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. We'll have post-match commentary and our player of the game next on Central Illinois Sports.
Okay, everyone, let's do this. How about you?
What are your thoughts on today's patient care?
Real busy day, but it was a team effort. And how about you?
Third checkup that your patient talked about her summer concert. How do you stay enthused?
You can't blame her. Those tickets were hard to come by. But her summer wasn't a cruel one. Huh?
Doctor,
next, how about you?
Doctor, it hurts when I do this.
Don't do that.
Hey, the internet says I'm sick. Am I?
I'd get a professional opinion on that.
Over here. Doc, donuts in the break room look like a hit.
Not bad. Definitely better than those bagels. Okay, we have time for one more. Next.
The staff looked focused today. What do you attribute that to?
Well, at Blessing, we're tasked with providing exceptional care, so every visit is like the big game for us. Okay, gotta run.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Well, after both teams in set number one had a little back and forth action to try to get settled in, Manteno did first and took this match in straight sets, 25-12, 25-9, to move on to the semifinals where they await the winner of Peru Parkside and Staunton. That game will be played tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. It's time to name our player of the match, presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, or Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the play of the match on Central Illinois Sports. And Thomas, how about the big-time hitting on the outside today by McKenna Laskowski?
Yeah, it was anytime she got the ball there on the left side. I mean, it was almost a guaranteed kill there. And Manteno really took advantage of the momentum that they were able to garner off that, and took it in straight sets.
Again, the Panthers with the 25-12, 25-9 win. We'll step aside for a while here on our coverage. When we come back in just a bit on Central Illinois Sports, Prue Parkside and Staunton will be matching up in our second quarterfinal of the night. We hope you'll join us then. From IESA volleyball action at Pana 3A, state finals on Central Illinois Sports.